Whose thoughts are you actually thinking? Most people believe they think for themselves, but the truth is, your thoughts were handed to you, passed down by habit, by trauma, by routine. You weren't born needing validation. You learned it. You weren't born scared of silence. You were trained to fear it. The way you react, the way you retreat, the way you distract, none of it is original. You just call it you, but it's not. It's inherited programming, a mind you didn't build, just one you live inside. You never chose it. You just became it. And now you defend it, without knowing it was never yours to begin with. You say you're exhausted, but what if you've just never trained your mind to sit still? Most men aren't burned out. They're overstimulated. Their mind is addicted to movement, to screens, to validation. And when it all stops, they call it tired. But silence isn't peace. It's pressure. It brings out every thought you've been running from. You call it boredom. But it's exposure. Real discipline isn't loud. It's the ability to sit in that silence and not move, not fix, not scroll, not explain. Just stay. And most men can't, because they've trained their body, but not their mind. Weak thoughts don't disappear, they lead. Every time you avoid discomfort, it leads. Every time you choose distraction over decision, it leads. You're not just reacting. You're obeying. Obeying what? Anxiety, impulse, past pain. This is impulse leadership, where the loudest thought wins, and it's usually the softest one, the one that fears discomfort, that craves approval, that avoids exposure. You call it self-talk, but it's not self. It's noise. Noise that dominates because you've never trained otherwise. Mental disobedience, where your mind rebels not against weakness, but against effort. You make plans but cave to emotion. You know better, but don't do better. Because weak thoughts don't die. They dominate until you teach them to kneel. He looked calm. On the outside, you'd think he had it together. But in his mind, chaos. Thoughts spinning, doubt building. Every decision felt heavy. Every pause felt unsafe. He planned his life, but never moved. He replayed moments instead of learning from them. He stayed polite, agreeable, quiet. But it wasn't presence, it was paralysis. His mind talked him out of everything, and he listened, not with fear, but with habit. He didn't fail in public. He faded in private. Not from lack of strength, but from too much noise and not enough silence. Stillness isn't absence. It's control. The man who can sit with his weak thoughts and not obey isn't empty. He's commanding. This is response sovereignty, where you decide what deserves movement. You don't flinch when the old feeling rises. You don't run when discomfort sits down. You feel the noise, but you stay still. That's thought resistance training. It's not showy, it's not shareable, but it's the real work. Power isn't being unaffected. It's being unaffected on purpose. Every day, your thoughts try to move you. Discipline is the refusal. That's when silence isn't emptiness, it's command. Most men die moved by voices they never trained. They make money, but panic when alone. They lift weights, but collapse in silence. They win arguments, but lose themselves, because their thoughts own them, not by force, but by routine. You see a man who looks successful, but inside he's still 14, seeking approval. He's not broken, he's untrained. His life isn't built, it's inherited, and he'll pass it on until someone stops the pattern. That someone could be you, but only if you stop letting your oldest thoughts lead your newest life. The voice you don't train becomes your master. If you're not chasing thoughts anymore, but learning to outlast them in silence, stay close. We don't react. We don't beg clarity. We train until weak thoughts die in silence.